All right, this video is for those of you that were wondering what AKC detective level is. I'll go ahead and put in the comments, the description, kind of the parameters that we're dealing with, but a couple that you need to know. We have in this particular search, I think 7 or 8 minutes to find anywhere from 5 to 10 hides. We don't know how many are out there. We know there's a minimum of 5 and a maximum of 10, and it's anywhere from 2,000 to 5,000 square feet search area. I will give a little commentary as we go along here with what I'm observing as I'm watching him in competition. Keep in mind, this is my knowledge as of this point. Next year, I might rewatch this video and say you were full of shit. So take my commentary for what it's worth, especially those of you who compete in AKC detective and understand odor a lot better than I do. You ready to go to work? Find it. So right away, he had a change in direction here, and I can tell he's probably in odor. And he found the path to odor, which is underneath that chair. Alert.
Yes.
Go boy. Normally, he would freeze a little bit more.
Find another.
A little longer, but he didn't freeze very long on that one.
Chair, desk, to the right of the entry.
Now, again, I can tell that he's in odor, and he's hitting the edges of what they call the plume. He's measuring the intensity, so it was less intense there, and then he found a pathway back here.
Alert.
Yes.
Good boy.
To the second hide.
Table to the left of the
When they're that close, they're
Find another.
called
Keep
threshold hides. I don't know if technically that's close enough to be a threshold hide or not.
Let's go this way.
One of the challenges in this level is covering all the area of the search area. So the dog doesn't necessarily, the dog to some extent will keep track of that, and we train to get them to keep track of that, but that's part of my job as the handler. So I'm letting him look for odor, and his head is going up and down. It's moving back and forth, so I'm pretty sure he's probably on odor again. And he's following the path back to the source, we call it. Now he's really trying to hone in on where it is. He's trying to source it, we say.
Alert.
Yes.
Good boy. Chair under the cool little painting. Okay, keep looking. Find another.
So for the most part, at first, I just kind of let him direct himself. My goal is to let him discover the odor that's out in the room,
Hey, keep looking.
as opposed to doing some sort of a pattern with him on leash.
Murphy, let's keep looking. Come on.
He developed a little habit this weekend of wanting to look for snackables in the mulch and outside and even inside. So that distracts him from doing his job. I'm still not super good at telling the difference when he's doing that versus when he's on odor. I have some sort of an idea. Like right here, I think he's crittering or looking for snacks.
Search.
He never used to do this, and he developed this habit at this trial. So I don't feel as though he's sniffing for odor right now. He's sniffing for things to eat, put in his mouth. So that's why I decided to leash him back up so I could have a little bit more direct control over his focus.
Murphy, leave it. Let's go to work.
I had to get a little sterner with him. I got a little frustrated this weekend, I'll admit. Okay, he made a change of direction there, so that's usually a good sign that he's in odor. And see how he's moving around a little bit more when he's sniffing? He's not necessarily staying in one place. So that means he's looking for scent and not snacks.
Alert.
Yes.
Good boy. Bucket by the open door. All right, let's keep looking. Find another. Hey, leave it. Search.
He might have been on odor there. He might have been on that other hide that he just found. Those orange cones are the barriers, so I know that there's not any hides on the right-hand side of those cones. The cones you see in front of me there, I know there's not hides back there.
Leave it. Keep looking.
Again, he was doing snackables. Now he's probably in odor again. Odor is collecting from a hide that's back here on those planters. And what he's doing is he's measuring intensity. He's going to the edges of what they call the plume. Less intense to more intense. And now he's moving around a little bit more, so I suspect
Alert.
he's
Good boy.
on odor, and there was
Shovel.
indeed something behind the
All right,
shovel.
let's go to work. Find another. Oh, shit.
The reason I swore right there is because in order to keep track of how many hides we find, I put 5 treats in my right pocket and 5 treats in my left pocket, so I know when my right pocket's done, we found the minimum. And I know when my left pocket's done, we found the maximum. But I was accidentally pulling out of my treat pouch, so I don't know where I'm at now in count, which is fine. The point is to try to move through all areas of the
Keep
room,
looking. Find another. You can do it. You got this.
of the search area, and clear the space. I can tell he's on odor again. He's just trying to find the source.
Alert.
Yes.
Good boy. All right. Let's keep looking. Find another.
So that's one of the most challenging things about a search at this level in detective is making sure that you've covered your search area and you've given the dog the opportunity to encounter all the odor that's around.
Alert.
Yes.
Good boy. All right, let's keep looking. Find another. You can do it.
His head's moving back and forth again, so I suspect he's on odor. His pace picked up a little bit, so he's found another hide. He just needs to get to it. And a lot of times he'll go by it and then come back to it. Took a chance to lick the floor while he's working.
Alert.
Yes.
Good boy.
Oh, this dog.
All right, let's keep looking.
So I got to figure out in training how to break him of this habit of searching for snackables. When he's working, he should be working. It just eats up valuable time. That's part of the challenge, too, is covering all the area in the amount of time you have. And you can see this is kind of a busy classroom. So there's a lot of perimeters to cover. There's a lot of corners to cover.
You got that one. Let's keep going. Okay, go on. Let's go back here.
Now, he went outside before we had a chance to search back here. Would have rather searched back here before we went outside, but again, if I feel like as though
All the way in
he's,
here. Come on.
if I feel as though he's following odor, I don't want to stop him from doing that. I want to let him lead the search as much as possible.
All right, come on out.
Pushed him back in that corner there. I'm not getting any behavior that leads me to believe that there was any hides back there, so we
Finish.
just left.
Nice job.
Oh my God.
And then when you're done, you call finish.
Oh, good boy. Touch. Yes, touch. Yes.